So yesterday on February 14th, i.e. on Valentine's Day, Marvel Studios has released its first live-action movie of this year, and the name of this movie is Captain America Brave New World, which is the fourth movie of the Captain America franchise in the MCU, and if we talk about the specialty of this movie, then the special thing about this movie is that in this movie, along with Captain America, we have also seen many different Hulks, i.e. Red Hulk and Leader, and because of Hulk characters like these, this movie is very good. So that's why today you must watch this video till the end, because in today's video I am going to explain the whole story of this Captain America Brave New World for all of you. So like the video on this point, and those who have not subscribed to the channel, they should quickly subscribe to the channel, and also set the bell icon next to the subscribe button to all so that you can be the first to see all the latest videos of our channel. So now without any delay, let us start today's amazing video. So the story of Captain America Brave New World begins. It starts with Thunderbolt Ross, and this Thunderbolt Ross is the same character of MCU, who used to be a general in the US Army, and because of this Bruce Man became Hulk. And if we talk about his last appearance, then in MCU we saw Thunderbolt Ross for the last time in Avengers Infinity War, and after that now we are seeing him directly here, along with this. Friends, let me tell you that the actor of Thunderbolt Ross has died many years ago, and that is why Marvel Studios has replaced Thunderbolt Ross with this actor, and the name of this new actor is Harrison Ford. So friends, as soon as the movie starts with this Thunderbolt Ross, we come to know that this Thunderbolt Ross has now become the president of USA. That is, from now on Thunderbolt Ross will rule the entire United States of America, but now only after this 5 months pass, and after 5 months we directly meet Sam Wilson, that is, the new Captain America of MCU. We see that at this time Sam Wilson, i.e. the new Captain America, goes directly from USA to Mexico in a US military aircraft along with many soldiers, and at this time Sam is accompanied by his sidekick Taurus, and we know that after Sam Wilson becomes Captain America, his friend, or rather his sidekick Taurus, has now become Fallon. We know that Sam and his other companions have come to Mexico on a mission, and in this mission they have to fight many terrorists. Actually, here we come to know that there is a very powerful terrorist group in Mexico named Serpent Group, and this Serpent Group has stolen a special thing from Japan at this time, and that special thing of Japan is inside a container at this time, which container is with the boss of this Serpent Group, and the boss of this Serpent Group is Sidewinder, i.e. this is the boys Stan Edgar. And now, because USA and Japan are both friendly countries, that is why USA has taken the responsibility of bringing back this special thing from Japan, due to which Sam Wilson and US military officers are here to steal this container. They have come to take him. Now after reaching here, Sam Wilson and Taurus both enter the base of this group together, after which Sam Wilson's fight with all the terrorists starts. In this fight, we see that Sam Wilson learns to use Captain America's shield very well. Along with this, we also see Falcon's new suit, the wings of which are made of vibranium, and that is why, using these strong wings made of vibranium, Sam Wilson beats all these terrorists very easily. And at the same time we also come to know that Sam Wilson's wings made of vibranium have been given to him as a gift by the Wakanda country, because friends, we know that in Avengers Infinity War, Sam Wilson also stayed in Wakanda and fought for Wakanda. Now only after this, after beating all the goons here, Sam Wilson reaches the leader of all these, i.e. the boss of the Serpent Group, Sidewinder, and after that, only after reaching close, he sees that that special container of Japan country is still in his hands, and then Sam Wilson takes that container from the side vendor, but the side vendor manages to escape from there, but due to getting the container, Sam Wilson comes back to USA with his team. Now after coming back to USA we see that Sam Wilson is very happy with Taurus, and this is because Taurus had helped him a lot inside Mexico, and that is why, being happy with Taurus, Sam Wilson introduces him directly to his old friend Aya Bradley. Now friends, whoever has seen the Falcon and the Winter Soldier series, all of them must know Aya Bradley. But yes, even then, if someone does not know this character, then there is no need for you to take tension, because now later we will know about it again. Now here, as soon as Sam Wilson introduces Taurus to Isaac Bradley, he tells him that Isaac Bradley is a super soldier, and he too has been Captain America at one time. Taurus is very stunned to know this, But at the same time Sam further tells Taurus that when Captain America Steve Rogers was lost buried in the snow after defeating Red Skull, then USA country made Elijah Bradley its new Captain America, and this was because Elijah Bradley was also very strong and brave like Steve Rogers, due to which seeing Elijah Bradley's strength, bravery and patriotism, he was made Captain America after Steve Rogers, but shortly after becoming Captain America, Elijah Bradley was put in jail for 30 years, and then he was released only after serving 30 years in jail. Now as Taurus hears this, he is very stunned, and that is why he asks Elijah Bradley that why did this happen to you, and when you were a Captain America, why did USA put you in jail for 30 years? After hearing this, Elijah Bradley tells Taurus that when he was made Captain America after Steve Rogers, he did many successful missions, and every time he saved the lives of many of his colleagues. I saved him, and that's why my popularity started increasing, but the USA government never wanted a black man to become a famous superhero, and that's why the USA government suddenly arrested me, and kept me in jail, and kept experimenting on me for 30 years, and only after 30 years I got freedom from jail, and that's why I love my country, but I hate the government of this USA country a lot. Although after knowing all these things, Taurus, Sam Wilson and Elijah Bradley, all three talk a lot, and Taurus and Bradley also become very good friends, but then suddenly Sam Wilson gets a call, and on picking up the phone, Sam Wilson comes to know that the president of USA, i.e. Thunderbolt Ross, has organized a meeting and a party inside the White House, and Sam Wilson is also being invited inside this meeting plus party. Now friends, those who do not know about the White House, I would like to tell them that just like in our country India, our president lives in the President House, similarly the president of USA lives in the White House, and this is the case with most of the countries. The White House is also their office. Now, after receiving the invitation for the meeting, we see that Sam Wilson gets ready quickly and goes straight to the White House along with Isaac Bradley and Taurus, that is, all three of them join the party. Here, after reaching the White House, Sam Wilson meets the president, that is, Thunderbolt Ross. After meeting Sam Wilson, Thunderbolt Ross tells him that he is very happy with Sam Wilson because he has completed his mission in Mexico in a very good way, and the thing that was stolen from Japan by the Serpent Group, Sam Wilson has also brought it back very easily. Now, after some time, the scene shifts and we directly see the meeting hall of the White House. We see that in this meeting, Sam Wilson, Isaac Bradley, Taurus and all other guests like them are present, but along with all of them, Thunderbolt Ross, and apart from him, there are also heads of many countries from around the world, such as the Prime Minister of Japan, the Prime Minister of France, and at the same time, the Prime Minister of India is also present here. And this Prime Minister of India looks a lot like PM Modi. But now only after this the President of USA, i.e. Thunderbolt Ross, starts this meeting, and he tells everyone that a long time ago a new island has been born inside the Indian Ocean, whose name is Sealtas Island, and friends, this Selatan Island is none other than Tiamat the Selatan, whose rising emergence was stopped by the Eternal, but due to its being hard, it became like an island, and talking about the same, Thunderbolt Ross tells everyone that when this late island emerged inside the Indian Ocean, then the attention of all the countries of the world went to it, and many countries came to this island and did research, and then we came to know that this island is made of a new kind of metal, a metal that is not found anywhere in the whole world. But this metal is stronger than the vibranium of Wakanda, and the name of this metal is adamantium. But as soon as the world came to know about adamantium, there was a race to grab it. There was a ruckus, and that is why there was a rift between many countries, but then our country, that is, USA, came forward, and we decided to form an organization of all these countries, and we decided that all these countries should come together and together divide all that adamantium among themselves, so that everyone gets adamantium and there is no conflict between anyone. And today in this meeting, all of us countries have come together to pass the same proposal. Now along with this, Thunderbolt Ross also says here that our friendly country Japan had done a lot of research on the adamantium found on this Selatan Island, and they had achieved the pure form of adamantium, but the same pure adamantium was stolen by the Serpent Group, after which our Captain America went to Mexico and took back that container full of adamantium from Japan, and for this he thanks Captain America here. But friends, during all these things we see that suddenly a loud song starts playing in this meeting, and as the song starts playing, Ija Bradley stands up and he snatches the gun from the guard standing nearby and directly fires at Thunderbolt Ross with that gun, and not only Ija Bradley but the 4 USA soldiers standing in the White House also come in front, and they also take out their guns and start firing. However, Thunderbolt Ross escapes from that firing, after which Sam Wilson quickly controls Ija Bradley, and he tries to snatch the gun from Ija Bradley's hands, after which Ija Bradley and the remaining 4 soldiers start fighting with everyone. Now during this fight, a girl enters here who fights exactly like a Black Widow, and she kills all the shooters one by one, and we come to know about this girl that her name is Ruth, and she is the personal security advisor of the President of USA, i.e. Thunderbolt Ross, i.e. his personal bodyguard, and this girl is actually an Israeli who has taken training from Red Rome of Russia, i.e. friends, she is the real Black Widow. Now after this we see that Ruth, Sam Wilson, and all the other guards together catch all the 5 shooters, and only after all of them are caught, Sam comes straight to Ija Bradley and he asks him why did he do this, and what was the reason that Ija Bradley directly fired bullets at the President of USA. But friends, when Sam asks this, we see that Ija Bradley does not remember anything about this, and that is why he tells Sam that I have not done anything and I do not remember anything like what you are saying. And friends, the way Bucky does not remember whatever he does as a Winter Soldier, the same thing is felt by looking at Ija Bradley here, because here he also does not remember anything about the firing on Thunderbolt Ross, but now because he has committed a very big crime, Ija Bradley is arrested and put straight in jail. But only after he goes to jail, Sam comes to meet him and he tells Ija Bradley that I know that you are not like this at all, and you will never shoot at the President of the US, and that is why I promise you that I will find out who has done all this, and then very soon I will get you out of jail. Now Sam Wilson also knew that Ija Bradley is innocent and there may be someone else behind the attack on the President, and then that is why Sam Wilson directly meets Taurus and together with him watches the entire CCTV footage of that meeting, and in this footage both of them see a lot of strange things. Like first of all they see that when Ike Bradley was using his phone in the meeting, then suddenly his phone started blinking in white color, and the same thing happened with those 4 soldiers who had fired along with Ija Bradley. At the same time, they also notice here that those 5 started firing in the meeting only when the song was played there, and that is why both of them become sure that whatever these 5 did in the meeting, someone made them do it, and that is why here Sam plans with Taurus that he will find the person who has done all this. But after deciding all this, as Sam Wilson comes out and takes his car to do some work on the way, the leader of Serpent Group, Sidebinder, surrounds him and he attacks his car, but Sam Wilson fights with him, and he beats him and captures him, after which Sam Wilson comes to know that now because Sam Wilson had gone to Mexico and killed many members of Serpent Group, and also snatched the container of Japan from Sidevener, that is why Sidevener has done all this to take his revenge. But here as soon as Sam Wilson defeats Sidevener, he gets a phone call there, and after picking up the phone call, Sam Wilson comes to know that someone is keeping an eye on Sam Wilson, because that person tells Sam on the phone that you have defeated him here, but now whatever is going to happen next, you cannot stop any of it. And then this, after saying this, the man disconnects the phone. After this call is disconnected, Sam quickly comes to Taurus and he tells Taurus to track this phone call, after which they come to know that this call has come from an old government facility, which is in a faraway deserted forest. But Sam and Taurus do not waste time at all, and they quickly go straight to that government facility. After reaching there, both of them come to know that this government facility is just for show, because in fact it is a research area where Thunderbolt Ross conducts illegal experiments, and he has been conducting these experiments since he was a general in the army. But now here Sam and Taurus come to know all the things. A new character enters in front of them, and this character is Samuel Stuns, i.e. the leader. Now on seeing the leader, both Sam Wilson and Taurus are quite stunned, because as of course the leader is also slightly green in color, and his brain was fried. Seeing the leader here, Sam asks him, "Who are you and why are you getting all these things done? And yes, I also know that you are definitely involved in the attack on the President." Now after listening to all the things of Sam, the leader tells him that actually my name is Samuel Stuns and I used to be a scientist, but once Bruce Banner came to me and asked for help, then while helping him, His gamma radiation blood fell on my head and it came directly into my body through the wound on my head, due to which I became like this, although my face and my body got damaged due to this. But because of that my brain became very advanced and I became very smart and intelligent. But as soon as Thunderbolt Ross came to know about me, he captured me and he did many experiments on me. During that time I kept telling him to free me, but then he told me that the US government is getting all this work done, and that is why he did not leave me even after trying hard. He cannot, but yes, he promised me that the day he becomes the president of USA, he will set me free. But even after becoming the president, he never set me free and he kept on conducting experiments on me, and that is why I killed the person who was conducting experiments on me, and then I decided that I will bring the real evil face of Thunderbolt Ross in front of the world, so that the whole world can know what kind of person Thunderbolt Ross is in reality, and then in this way I will take my revenge from Thunderbolt Ross. And then to do this I gave a contract to Sidebinder to steal the container of Japan, and to do this I sent money to Sidebinder from the CIA account, so that when Japan comes to know about this, then Japan understands that all these things have been done by Thunderbolt Ross. Now friends, let me tell you that the CIA whose name the leader has taken here is the agency of CIA USA, whose name is Central Investigation Agency, and this CIA works just like the RAW of our country. Now hear this: after knowing all these things, Sam Wilson also comes to know that the person who had called him some time ago was not the leader, and that is why after knowing all these things about the leader, Sam Wilson understands that the leader is behind all these problems, and that is why it is very important for him to catch the leader. But now as soon as Sam Wilson tries to catch the leader hypnotizes all the guards of this facility by playing his song and by controlling them. He leaves them all on Sam Wilson and Taurus, and taking advantage of this opportunity, the leader runs away from there, after which Sam Wilson and Taurus somehow confront all these guards, and then they also leave from there. Now friends, in the next scene, we see that the leader succeeds in his plan because Japan country comes to know that the American CI had sent money to Sidewinder to steal their adamantium container, and that is why after knowing this, the PM of Japan country understands this. That whatever happened with them is all a trick, and this trick has been played on them by Thunderbolt Ross, and then after this the PM of Japan decides that he breaks the alliance that he had made with the USA regarding adamantium, and he sends his military directly to Selet Island, so that in this way Japan can take control of all the adamantium before USA. But now here inside the USA, as soon as the US intelligence comes to know that Japan country is going to Selet Island to get all the adamantium, they quickly inform Thunderbolt Ross about this, after which on knowing this, Thunderbolt Ross quickly gives orders, and also goes directly towards the Indian Ocean with his military, so that he can reach Selet Island before Japan country and take control of all the adamantium. And now because friends, the military of two big countries like Japan and USA stand face to face, that is why this news spreads in the news channels of the whole world, that perhaps there is going to be a war between Japan and USA regarding adamantium. Now as Sam and Taurus come to know about all this, they also quickly suit up in their suits, and quickly head towards Selene Island. After arriving here, Sam Wilson sees Thunderbolt Ross's warship ship, and that is why he quickly enters it and meets Ross. Here Sam Wilson explains to Thunderbolt Ross that he should not do this because even a single wrong step here can lead to a war between the two countries. But during the conversation between these two, we see the other side leader who, after escaping from Sam Wilson, directly enters a house and takes a phone from there and hacks the wireless of two US pilots, and both these pilots are near Selene Island at this time, and that is why the leader stays away from the phone and controls both of them and asks them to attack Japan, after which both the US pilots take their aircrafts and attack the US warship ship. Seeing this, Japan feels that USA has fired. And maybe this war has already started, and so in response to this Japan also sells two of its aircrafts, after which a fight starts between the four aircrafts. But seeing this, Sam Wilson and his friend Taurus quickly come there, and they stop both the aircrafts of USA and take out the pilots of both of them, after which Sam Wilson explains to Japan that this is not a war, but here two of their soldiers had fired without permission, and then that is why we see that the war between USA and Japan which was about to happen stops and both the countries return to their respective countries with their respective military. Here Sam Wilson also returns to his USA, but friends, they're on the CC island. Sam's friend Taurus was badly injured due to fighting, and so Sam quickly takes him to the hospital and gets him treated there. Now friends, Bucky enters inside the hospital. That is, the Winter Soldier and the Winter Soldier, that is, Bucky Bamboo, has come here to meet Sam and he talks to Sam. He says that he saw about his fight in the news, but after meeting Sam here, he leaves from there in a short while, and when he leaves, we come to know that Bucky has become a politician inside the USA. But now after all these things we see that the president of USA, i.e. Thunderbolt Ross, holds a press conference, and this press conference is held so that the tensions that had arisen between Japan and USA regarding Edmentum, and the world felt that Japan and USA are going to fight, all those things can be cleared in front of the whole world. Inside this press conference, we see that Sam is also present here, and that is why the leader comes here to meet Sam Wilson. Here the leader meets Sam Wilson and tells him that I had made a very good plan to make USA and Japan fight, and through this plan of mine, I would have brought the truth of Thunderbolt Ross in front of the whole world, that how evil he is, but only because of you. My whole plan failed, but you don't worry, because I will still bring the truth of Thunderbolt Ross in front of the whole world, and I will show the whole world how much evil and bad Thunderbolt Ross is. Now friends, during this time we come to know that in reality Thunderbolt Ross had a dangerous disease many years ago, a disease due to which he was going to die, and the doctors also failed to save Thunderbolt Ross. But when Thunderbolt Ross told the leader about this, then the leader, with the help of his sharp mind, found a cure for Thunderbolt Ross's disease and invented a special kind of medicine for him, a pill of which Thunderbolt Ross eats every day, but Thunderbolt Ross did not know that the leader used to mix gamma radiation in his medicine every time, and Thunderbolt Ross has been taking that medicine for years. Due to this, a lot of gamma radiation has filled up inside Thunderbolt Ross's body, and what happens due to so much gamma radiation, we get the answer to it here, because here we see that during this press conference itself, Thunderbolt Ross becomes Red Hulk in no time, and he becomes uncontrollable and starts breaking all the things and anyone around him gets injured. The soldier is unable to stop him, but after seeing this, Sam Wilson first gets the leader of the soldiers arrested, and then he quickly comes to stop Red Hulk, after which a very dangerous fight takes place between Red Hulk and Sam Wilson. But in this fight we clearly see that Red Hulk is very powerful, and that is why in this fight, Red Hulk buries Captain America's shield in the ground and also breaks both his wings made of vibro, due to which Sam Wilson becomes unarmed, but then only after that, to stop Thunderbolt Ross, he takes the name of his daughter Betty Ross in front of him, and he tells Thunderbolt Ross that he is not such a person who harms others. Along with that, he also tells him that he will have to calm down for his daughter Thunderbolt Ross. And then friends, we also see that after hearing the name of Betty Ross, Thunderbolt Ross also calms down in a short time and comes back to human form again. But then only after this, Thunderbolt Ross is arrested, and then he is put inside the same jail in which Ant-Man, Fallon, Wanda and Hawkeye were put in Captain America Civil War. But then after many days, Sam Wilson comes to this jail with daughter Ross, and he introduces daughter Ross to her father, Thunderbolt Ross, inside this jail, after which Thunderbolt Ross is very happy to meet his daughter Ross. Along with this, now because Sam Wilson had proved that the leader is the one who attacked Thunderbolt Ross, that is why after proving this, he also gets Ice Bradley out of the jail and takes his friend Ice Bradley with him, and then with this friends, this whole movie ends. But friends, after the movie ends, an end credits scene comes inside this movie, and in this scene we see that the leader is also kept inside the same jail in which Thunderbolt Ross was kept, and that is why Sam Wilson also comes here to meet the leader. But when Sam Wilson comes to meet the leader, then the leader alerts him about the future, and he tells Sam Wilson that you must be thinking that you have fixed everything by catching me here, and now maybe there is no danger to your world, but the real thing is that I have seen all the possibilities with the help of my mind, and that is why I know that they are all coming, and when they all come then you will not be able to stop them. Hearing this, Sam Wilson asks the leader that after all, who are you talking about and who is going to come? Hearing which the leader tells Sam Wilson that do you think your world is the only world in this whole universe? The truth is that apart from your world there are countless other worlds, and they all live in all those worlds, and now they all are coming here. That is why let's see that when they all come, then how do you save your world from them all? But friends, after the leader says all this end credit scene ends here, and with the end it leaves this question in our mind, that after all, who are these people about whom the leader is talking? By the way, if you have any doubts about this, if you have any theory of your own, then you must tell me in the comments so that along with me, everyone else can also know about all those theories. Rest friends, if you like this video, then like the video. If you are a fan of Captain America, then definitely write Captain America in the comments, and those who have not subscribed to the channel, they should subscribe to the channel quickly. I will meet you in some other such great video. Till then, goodbye.